Bitcoin started in Austin in 2022. The idea behind the project was to make it take all of the really smart people that I knew working in Bitcoin, especially all the people that really were working on training and teaching others about how Bitcoin works, bring them all together into one place in Austin where we could spend a couple of days presenting on cool, exciting new ideas that are happening in Bitcoin, and then another couple days hacking and building together on top of all these new great ideas. At the time, in 2022, it was really kind of hard to watch, but I think a lot of the energy around Bitcoin was, oh, Bitcoin doesn't have anything interesting happening, all the best devs are leaving because of lawsuits, or maybe they've just been with the project for such a long time. And I really felt like that was an unfair thing for the Bitcoin community, and that if we wanted to change the narrative around what's happening in Bitcoin protocol, we really needed to pull the people together that were doing cool stuff and give them a venue and a forum to present their ideas, meet new people that are interested in getting involved but just need to find a good project or connection to get started, and something where we could kind of send out real signal into the world about all the cool and interesting stuff that is actually happening in Bitcoin. And so that's where Bitcoin came from or got started. So where we are now with Bitcoin is we're in Florianopolis, Brazil in February of 2025. This is our 8th ever conference. We are the largest international Bitcoin developers conference. This year is going to be our biggest year yet. I'm really excited about where we're headed. We're planning to do a total of 6 conferences in 2025. We're doubling from the number of events that we did last year. We'll be in 6 different countries, talking about 6 different topics in the Bitcoin ecosystem. I'm really excited to be headed to Austin for May. We'll be talking about mining stuff like mempools and transaction relay. We'll be in Riga talking about privacy. We're going to be in Istanbul talking about scaling Bitcoin and some of the new and exciting technologies and techniques people are developing around how we can really scale Bitcoin. We're going to be in Berlin talking about Lightning for our first ever Lightning++, and then we'll have our first ever East Asia conference. We'll be in Taipei, hopefully in December. So I'm really excited about where Bitcoin is going and growing. It's really awesome to be able to bring this event to all these different communities around the world. One of the things that I think I really want to see Bitcoin grow into over the next year is having even more projects that are, really focused on freedom or really focused on ways to improve privacy, maybe inside of Bitcoin as well as like things that are adjacent. So we can really start to build the cross collaboration of Bitcoin developers and protocol builders with other projects that have similar goals in mind, both as a way that we can get more developers interested in what Bitcoin is building, as well as really creating opportunities for Bitcoiners to learn and teach other protocols all the great stuff that's happening in Bitcoin. So I'm really excited about 2025. I hope that you'll join us for one of our events, either as an attendee, a developer, an open source contributor, or a sponsor who wants to meet some of the greatest Bitcoin builders that are working in the industry in the current day. I like to say that Bitcoin is really on the frontier of Bitcoin development. And one of the reasons that I say that is when you see the people that come in with their new ideas, it's not just that people arrive at Bitcoin with great new frontier ideas. It's also the new stuff that happens at Bitcoin by getting all of these smart developers and builders together. Some really great examples are, I think we're going to have some interviews from builders that are here, and we'll get to hear some of their stories. What I've seen that's really great, though, is you'll see developers who, maybe they work at a Bitcoin company, but they're still doing what I would call traditional development work, working on building websites or APIs, sort of thing that like any developer coming out of school at any engineering system or any engineering program knows how to do. It's really awesome, though, to watch them come to Bitcoin++, meet the people that are doing more interesting work around new script codes or new ways of like trying to break Bitcoin, and really find problems that are specific to Bitcoin and watch them level themselves up by learning about what's happening, meeting people that are working on those projects, and then spending the time by themselves to learn more, build their own projects in their own time, and then come back to Bitcoin++ at a later date to present what they've done, find a new job where they're able to contribute to the protocol at a more expert level than they were. And there's been like I think a great number of devs that have come to Bitcoin++, made great connections, found cool projects, been nerd sniped by what other people are working on, and then really just watch them kind of grow in their career into something really special and unique to them, rather than just being like a generic Bitcoin or a generic developer. So I think that's, that's really what Bitcoin++ is about, I think, is being able to bring in developers and turn them into experts in Bitcoin, because that's what we need in Bitcoin, are people that really understand the protocol and what needs to be done and are able and capable to do it. It's not like, Bitcoin's brand new. There's not like anything else out there that represents or is similar to how Bitcoin works. So we really do have this gap, I think, between people that know how computers work and people that know how Bitcoin work. It's really fun, I think, to see how the conference is really being successful at pulling people farther into the ecosystem so that they can contribute in more powerful and greater ways.